Oh, hey, Austin. Didn't expect to see you immediately show up, but hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the people who are here, and well, there's really nobody else here at the moment. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. I gotta share my live stream out. I gotta share my live. Thanks, Austin. I appreciate that. I'm just sharing it out to YouTube. Okay. Well, I hope everybody is having a good day today. It is Saturday. It is Saturday. You guys know why I'm here. Wrestling Week in Review podcast. Hey, Z. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. But yeah, if you guys want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I do appreciate it. Just so you know, I appreciate the likes. I've been great, Z. Hopefully you're doing great too. Hopefully you're doing good too. Currently have at 3 likes. Can we make it to 5? Can we make it to 5, and then I won't even care how many more likes we do get at the end of this. So if we can just make it to 5, I would be happy. I'll be happy. I'll be happy if we make it to 5 likes. But yeah, let's get on with the show. Yesterday was good. I'm guessing you're talking about Matt's live stream. It was good. Nothing happened too out of the ordinary. Just the usual stuff. 4 likes. Thank you. Man, I got some people liking this live. People are liking this live stream. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, people. I appreciate it. And then we got. So let's start off with the show. We got Monday Night Raw. Started out the week, obviously. It starts out every week. We got the fallout from Saturday night's main event. What we saw at the beginning of the show was basically a video package of sorts, sort of reliving what happened at Saturday night's main event. We got at least two. We got 2 new champions. They got two new champions, and then 2 champions defending their titles successfully. We got Dominic Mysterio. He beat both Penta and Rusev in a triple threat match. That saw him go to even greater hijinks to even just win, to even just remain as champion. Holy crap, 7 like. Whoa, okay. I'm not sure who's liking this live stream, but thank you. Thank you, regardless of who's like, okay. Thank you to whoever's liking the live stream. I do appreciate it. I'm just looking at my notes because it's what I do now. When I go live, I have to take the notes, or else I will forget everything that happened on the week shows. I know it's probably not you, but damn, I'm thankful to whoever is liking the live stream. Right now, my God, 9 likes. Wasn't expecting this at all, but I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no to this. Like, okay, thank you to whoever is doing it, to whoever is liking the live stream. Thank you, because I do appreciate it. Yeah, 10 likes. Okay. 12 likes now. Okay, someone's liking this live stream. I'm going, okay, a massive. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This may be the most liked live stream as far as my live streams go. These live streams, I'll be honest, they hardly ever get over the 5 like hump. They hardly ever get over the 5 like hump. Yeah, I see the likes going up. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know who's giving me these likes, but this may be my most liked wrestling week in review live stream ever. Well, it's obvious because I don't think I've ever had a wrestling week in review live stream get over 10 likes. I think I've seen some of mine go at least get close to 10, but I don't think I've ever seen one go over 10. But thank you guys. I don't know who's doing it, but thank you. Just thank you. We got, okay, so just to get back to the show, because I don't want to focus too much on the likes. Now it's at 20. My God, I've never had this many likes on any of my live streams ever, except for maybe my workout live streams, which I intend to get back to maybe, or maybe I'll just do the workout videos for now, just to get myself situated, just to get myself back into the rhythm of doing that stuff again. But the opening of the show, the opener saw CM Punk open the show. He is the new World Heavyweight Champion. He won his match against Jey Uso at Saturday Night's Main Event, and that match was not very good. At one point in the match, Jey Uso botched a neck breaker, which then made CM Punk get a little upset. So he kicked Jey Uso in the head and then proceeded to do the move a second time. This time he took the move properly, but yeah, you see what it is. It is what it is. Oh, I know. I watched it. I watched Saturday Night's Main Event with Matt. I saw the show with Matt on Matt's live stream when he was live streaming it, so I was, my God, 30 likes. I don't know who's doing it, but I appreciate it. I don't even know who is liking this live stream. Like I've never seen this many likes ever. Yes, I've seen this many likes I've had certain like shorts videos that have gotten this many likes, but never on my live streams. None of my live streams have ever gotten, as far as these live streams, have never gotten over the 10 like hump. But damn, I appreciate this. I appreciate the likes. Maybe this live stream is going to get me a lot of views too. I don't know, maybe these likes are going to amount to views. I have no idea, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, CM Punk was there basically to talk about Saturday Night's Main Event. He was interrupted by Logan Paul. Interesting. I didn't see Logan Paul getting involved in anything CM Punk related this year, but it's apparently what's happening, which then led to the Vision. The Vision then came out to basically mess things up as they usually do. This then led to a huge brawl, which led to Logan Paul coming to CM Punk's aid. Great. Well, we now know what's Logan Paul's involvement in this segment and in the main event meant. But let's get on with the rest of the show. We got Adam Pearce talking about John Cena's announcement about the Last Time Is Now tournament. We now have two matches that are scheduled for next week, which will feature superstars vying for a chance at John Cena's final match. We got Rusev versus Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. Both matches will take place next week. Both of those matches should be good. Should be good. They should be good. Then we get our first match of the night. It is a tag team match. I know 49 likes, 50 likes now. Okay, I simply cannot believe this. Something's going on here. I mean, not that I don't like it, it's just that this seems like it's just something that's never happened to me before. I've never had this many likes on my live stream ever. Yeah. I've never had this many likes. Yeah, I know this is so awesome. This is so awesome. I know I can't believe it's happening. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't know how it's even happening, but I like it. I love it. We got Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Now this match lasted about 13 minutes. Was a good match. Was a good match. The heels in the Judgment Day were able to get the win. And so Raquel Rodriguez has now earned herself a women's title opportunity next week against Stephanie. So there's that match to look forward to next week, as well as the 2 Last Time Is Now tournament matches. We got a video package for the Kabuki Warriors, sending a message to the current women's tag team champs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got the women cutting a promo on the women's tag team champions, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That match is also set for next week. We now have that match set for next week. So we've gotten 4 matches. I think the Stephanie Vaquer Raquel Rodriguez match. I can't remember, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Raquel Rodriguez got herself a match for next week for the women's title. But then we've also got this match, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team titles. That will take place next week as well on Monday Night Raw. We got backstage segment between CM Punk and Jey Uso. Well, Jey Uso, CM Punk's looking for a tag team partner for the main event against the Vision. Jey Uso, he may not exactly be happy that he lost his match against CM Punk, but at least there's no hard feelings between the two of them. I know, I see it. And so he's making it so he wants to put his name out there, and CM Punk says, okay, if you want to help me against the Vision, fine, that can be the match for tonight. And okay. We got Bayley and Lyra backstage getting ready for their match against the Kabuki Warriors. And Bayley's not exactly happy because they lost their tag team title match last week. Oh, I doubt it's going to get up to 100 likes. I doubt it. But this many likes on a live stream, I mean, not that I mind it, not that I don't mind it, it just seems weird that it's this many. I mean, I know that most of my live streams don't usually get this many likes, like at all, let alone these live streams, but still. I mean, this may be one of my most liked videos ever. I don't think I've ever gotten a live stream or video that's been, even just a video that's gotten this many likes, or even a shorts video that's gotten this many likes. But I appreciate it. We got Rey Mysterio. We got Dominic Mysterio out there. He's out there healing it up talking about his win against Penta and Rusev at Saturday Night's Main Event, how he's done with them, and how he's the greatest luchador of all time, and that there's nobody that can hang with him, and there's nobody that can step up to him, which I almost immediately assumed was their way of announcing John Cena versus Dominic for the Mox did. He got every question right except for one. He only got one question wrong. He got all questions right except for one, and that was a question that I got. But other than that, Moxley dominated. It's nothing that I need to discuss or want to discuss, so we can just move on from that. Surprisingly hasn't shown up yet under his My Secret account. But that's okay. We got then, yeah, I almost thought that Dominic's promo in this segment was them hinting at John Cena being the guy to face Rey Mysterio at Survivor Series, Dominic Mysterio at Survivor Series, because that is what's been rumored for a while now, is John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the IC title at Survivor Series, which I actually don't get it. I don't get why he needs to win that title. I guess people feel like if he doesn't retire as a Grand Slam champion, his entire career is basically worth nothing. I don't get that. I don't see it. I don't see how that means that his career is worth nothing if he doesn't win the IC title. He still has a Hall of Fame career, whether he wins the IC title or not. But it's okay. But instead of John Cena, we got Rey Mysterio. And this was a great back and forth promo. Obviously, Rey Mysterio was then asking Dominic Mysterio, is he better than all these other luchadors that are some of the best luchadors of all time? And Rey even mentioned Eddie Guerrero, which then prompted Dominic Mysterio to say, you keep my father's name out of your mouth, which obviously got a big pop because we all know that Dominic Mysterio has made it clear in a number of interviews and a number of promos, like even back when he first turned heel, he was like, I wish Eddie Guerrero was my real father. And that's been basically the driving force, that he basically hates his real father and wishes that Eddie Guerrero was his real father. And that's been sort of the main things about this. And it makes perfect sense because he's basically copying Eddie Guerrero's gimmick of lie, cheat, and steal, and it works. And the crowd loves him for it. But yeah, this then obviously led to a small brawl, which Dominic Mysterio was able to get out complete unscathed. So after this, we got Becky Lynch. Apparently Becky Lynch decided to make her appearance on tonight's show. She was not happy about stuff that has been happening recently in her life, that being losing matches to Maxxine Dupri, having a crooked referee who is intent on holding her back and stuff, and how she's got a hot husband. And now she's got a hot husband who's at home resting, who's at home injured, and how the Vision, quote unquote, lost their genie minds and ruined absolutely everything. Yeah, right. They ruined everything, all right. Oh my god, I love this. I love Becky Lynch as a heel. This heel version of Becky Lynch, if I'm not I'm just gonna say it, this version of heel Becky Lynch is the best heel Becky Lynch we've gotten so far. Because we got a heel Becky Lynch back in 2018 when she turned on Charlotte Flair, but that heel turn was completely justified, as at that time Charlotte Flair was still very much hogging the spotlight as she always does. So it was completely justified. The heel run in 2021 going into 2022 was fine. It wasn't great, but it was good, and I appreciated it. But then this heel run has been so much better than both of her previous heel runs combined. I appreciate her for being this good. She even said she's cool. She is the very definition of cool, and then decided to mock the crowd for not being cool, and that the only cool thing to ever come out of New Mexico was a show about how much meth you people do, which apparently was a reference to Breaking Bad, which I have never seen, by the way, never seen that show, so that was funny. We got a Breaking Bad reference on Monday Night Raw. Who knew? But yeah, this promo was great. And then she obviously, pivoted to talk about Maxine Dupree and how she's gotten some of the biggest wins of her career recently, and how she has been graced with the ability to step into the ring with Becky Lynch. And then she, as always, plugged in Sports Illustrated and Bleacher Report, calling her the greatest of all time, and how it's not just her saying it, is Sports Illustrated says it, Bleacher Report says it, and that's how that ended. Great. We got the Kabuki Warriors versus Bayley and the Lyra Valkyria. Match was another really good tag team match, went about 14 minutes. The Kabuki Warriors won this match. Great for them. Good for them. We got Finn Balor backstage with the Judgment Day. Dominic was still sort of reeling from the Rey Mysterio, from his segment with Rey Mysterio with his dad, and he's not happy at all. Like, why should he be happy that Rey Mysterio decided to? I know Danny is. Danny is a manager mod, and I made Maroney a manager mod last week because he apparently had come onto my live stream, but was getting like hidden, so I had to unhide him and then make him a manager mod on my channel. So I'm glad I was able to do that. But we got, obviously, Finn Balor was focused on his rematch with JD against AJ Styles and Joe Hagan Lee. And Roxanne Perez decided that Dominic should go out there and help JD and Finn win back the tag titles. It should only be fair, considering that Dominic was the one who inadvertently caused them to have the first match in the first place. So that's what happened. We also got Penta versus El Grande Americano. Went about 12 minutes, and as always, El Grande was able to win the match. The interference. Congratulations to him. We got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss being interviewed by Byron Saxton. Obviously, they had some words for the Kabuki Warriors and decided to give them a title match next week on Monday Night Raw. And so that match should be good. We also got AJ Styles. We got AJ Styles Dragon Lee versus Finn Balor and JD McDonough. This match went about 12 minutes. I was hoping that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee would retain the titles, and thank goodness that's what happened. I did not think that the Judgment Day needed to regain the titles so quickly after losing them. I mean, look, it's the Judgment Day, and obviously they're going to be pissed, and they're going to demand a title match, a rematch right away. But I was so hoping that this wasn't WWE's way of just giving the titles back to the Judgment Day. It was, oh, okay, this is weird. This is weird. I don't know what's going on here. I got this massive surge in likes. Went up to like 58 likes. And now the likes are dropping. Like someone gave me like a massive follow spree, and now it's like spree, and now it's dropping immediately. And now it's dropping. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my live stream today, but thankful that it got up to 58 likes, but I'm guessing, but I don't know what happened. We also got the main event. And Jey Uso and CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. Match only lasted about 9 minutes, only because the match ended in a double count out when both teams, when all four superstars were just brawling outside of the ring, not even knowing about the referee's counts. And that's how it ended, with a double count out. Obviously, the post-match angle saw Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed attacking Jey Uso. Obviously, CM Punk came into the ring with a steel chair. Then they started attacking CM Punk anyways. Then Logan Paul came out to supposedly help. But he then clocked CM Punk with brass knuckles, then decided to give the brass knuckles to Paul Heyman, therefore basically aligning himself with the Vision. I don't know if it's going to be a long-term solution or whether this is just a temporary partnership. Whether this is long-term or temporary, I like it. It makes sense. Raw ended with a good angle, and although the show wasn't perfect, it was still good, so I will rate it a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good, not perfect, but still pretty good. Then we got Tuesday in NXT. Obviously, we are still sort of feeling the aftershocks, so to speak, of Halloween Havoc, where we had 2 title defenses. We got 2 title changes on this show, on Halloween Havoc. A new North American, actually 3. We got a new Women's North American Champion, a new NXT Women's Champion, and new NXT Tag Team Champions, with Dark State regaining the titles from the Hardys in a great Broken Rules match, which saw Matt Hardy bring back his Woken Matt Hardy theme, which I love. And also Jeff Hardy gave a tribute to Bray Wyatt with his Fiend face paint, his Fiend-esque face paint, and I liked that as well. The show basically started out with a 6-woman tag match. Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dane, and Lola Vice. Last week we saw Lola Vice face new women's champion Tatum Paxley in a title match, which was interrupted by Fatal Influence, and that's why this match is happening. Went about 13 minutes. Good women's match, and Fatal Influence was able to win the match with JC Jane pinning Tatum Paxley, and basically saying, I deserve a rematch for the title against Tatum Paxley. Although she didn't actually pin the champ, so there's a little bit of a logic gap in plot hole in her logic. So pinning the person who isn't the champ gives you a rematch with the champ herself. But I don't know. I guess that match is going to be for NXT Gold Rush, which will happen in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I can't wait for that. We're gonna have titles from WWE, I mean NXT, TNA, AAA, and even Evolve. I guess I think even Evolve titles are going to be on the line at Gold Rush. So that should be nice, neat. We got after this we got a backstage little segment from earlier on in the day with a Grande Americano in the men's locker room. Was in the men's locker room. Apparently, Josh Briggs decided to interrupt what El Grande was saying to his guys Rayo and Bravo. This obviously official for later on in the show. What? Austin, I don't think you're timed out. You're not timed out. The only other person here, there's only one other. Mods can't time out other mods unless they're standard, unless they're a manager mod. And there's no other manager, and there's no manager mods right now that are currently in my live chat. There's only you and Z. Only you and Z. So I don't know what's going on here, but hey. We got after this, we got Kendall Gray. We got, I guess, the Ren QCC. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. If you can't comment on the live stream, then I don't know what to do about it because you're not timed out. You're not timed out because I didn't time you out. I didn't time you out. I don't know who. I don't know if someone did or didn't, but I know I didn't. So I don't know what to tell you. And there are no other there's no manager mods in my live chat right now. The only manager mod I know that's in my live chat sometimes is Danny, and I know he would never do that. So I don't know how you got timed out. I don't know how you got timed out. I just know I didn't do it. I just know I didn't do it. But we got the Ren QCC with that's Ren Sinclair, Tyra May Steele, and I guess Kendall Gray and whoever else is. Obviously, Kelani Jordan decided to interrupt what they were saying. Interrupt what they were saying. What? Okay, I don't know who's doing this. This live stream's been a little weird. First, the massive like spree, and now Austin's basically timed out. And I don't know why he's timed out, because I know I didn't do it, and I know that the only other person that's been in my live stream on my live stream right now is Z, and I know he wouldn't do it. So I don't know I don't know what to do. But anyway, Kelani Jordan. We got after this, we did get Kelani Jordan basically explaining why she practically turned heel on NXT television. And she did have a point. There comes a time when she was like, when does the hypocrisy stop? Like, Dominic Mysterio cheats all the time, and you cheer him for it. Cody Rhodes basically cheated at Saturday Night's main event, and you cheered him. Yet when I cheat, I get booed. It's like if you're gonna call, I mean, if you're gonna be like, oh yeah, pot calling the kettle black, you might as well be willing to call out the other two for cheating. But I mean, it's a different story with Dominic Mysterio. I think the fans know what he's doing, and he's bringing Eddie Guerrero's gimmick to life. And they see that, and they love it. But yeah, good first heel promo. Wasn't perfect by any means, but it was good. After this, we got the first match in the women's speed tournament to crown a new women's speed champion after Soruka was officially forced to vacate the title due to her injury. We got Zarya versus Ren Sinclair. This match went 3 minutes, and Zarya won as I knew she would. Although I thought the match would end a lot sooner than it did, it still was a slightly entertaining match for being only a 3-minute match. But hey, it is what it is. Congrats to Zarya. We then get Kalani Jordan backstage with Ava, and Ava, she's there to tell Ava that she will not be defending her TNA Knockouts title at Gold Rush, and that there's nobody that deserves a match against her. And we got Tyra May Steele apparently decided to she was excited to get up all in Kalani's face. This then led to Ava making a match between them for later on in the show. We then get OTM out the mud, who are Bronco Nima and Nushin Price, who were here to basically explain their actions in recent weeks as they've been attacking tag teams as of late, multiple various tag teams as of late within the tag team division. And it's because they want a shot at the tag team titles eventually. So I don't know when they will get that title shots, but I don't know. It could be a heel versus heel team if they're going up against Dark State, but I don't know. I don't know. We then get a interview segment with, oh, hey Dro, I'm guessing that's you. I'll say JDM. Now, is this really you, Dro? Because I know I've had some fake accounts before come onto my channel, onto my live streams that are fake accounts. And I've had a fake Dro Davidian account. Say something that only I know. Say something that only I would know. Or just say something that you've said within the last okay, yeah. I kind of figured. If you want, I'm just going to make you a standard mod on my channel. But thanks for coming. Hey, if there's anybody that's here that wants to hit the like button, that's just now coming in or has been here and hasn't hit that like button yet, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I do appreciate it. Ooh, excuse me. Chuck Williams. Yeah, I know. I don't know why The Rock no showed. We got Ricochet, Ricky Saints versus Chuck Williams in a interview, side by side interview. Obviously, heading into their match next week, which is a next Tuesday, which is a last man standing match for the NXT title. Thought they would have had this match on at the Gold Rush event, but I guess they might be looking for another challenger to challenge Ricky at Gold Rush should Ricky retain next week. Logan Paul has already been a heel. I mean, he was a heel basically. He was a face when he had his little feud with Logan Paul with Roman Reigns, but he's been heel basically pretty much his entire WWE run. This obviously broke down and led to a big old brawl between the two of them backstage, which then led to Ricky Saints getting clobbered, I think, with a pipe. Well, Brock Lesnar is definitely rumored to be a part of War Games, which makes sense because of his affiliation with Paul Heyman. So that would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, I know you do. You talk about them so much. You don't have to write everything in all caps, though, Dro. You can say what you want on my live stream, but you definitely do not have to write in all caps. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you don't have to. I can't go to UFC 322 in New York. Number one, I live in Virginia. Number two, I don't have the money to go to a sports event like that. I know it's your thing, but you don't have to do it. At least not on my channel, you don't have to. You make it seem like every single thing you write down is the most important thing in the world, and that we need to go ahead, do it anyways. Who cares? We got Kalani Jordan versus Tyra May Steele. I can't. Like I said, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to go, even if I did. I don't think I would want to go. With stuff like that and with wrestling and stuff like that, I would much rather watch it on TV than anything else. After the Ricky Saints Triple Williams segment, we got Kalani Jordan versus Tyra May Steele. Lasted about 5 minutes. It was good for what it was. Kalani Jordan wins. After this match, she was told by TNA Director of Authority Santino Marella that she will be defending her Knockouts title against Laying Lee and Jordan Grace at NXT Gold Rush. So that match should be good. I don't have ESPN, but I will be on Matt's live stream. I will be on Matt's live stream, though. I will be on Matt's live stream, so I'll definitely be able to watch it on that. After this, we got Josh Briggs versus El Grande Americano. This match lasted about 12 minutes, and it was a good match. Good match. El Grande won. Makes perfect sense. We had interference from both Rey and Bravo, as well as Stoneman, as well as that the Olympic guy from NQC's. Yeah, great. I can't remember his name. For the life of it. And that's not really the real you, Jacob. So I know who the real. Okay, let me just go. Where we go? Tavion Heights. Tavion Heights. Couldn't remember his name to say the least. To save my life. We got Blake Monroe backstage with Ava. That Ava has granted Soruka her rematch for the knockout for the North American title at NXT Gold Rush. So the match will happen with Blake Monroe. We got after this we got another match. Javon Evans versus Saquon Sugars of Dark State. Now this match was very good. Was very good. And Saquon Sugars is actually pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie, I liked this match. I liked both of them in this match. Javon Evans, as always, was just great. Saquon Sugars was pretty darn good. This match went about 14 minutes. Javon Evans won. Happy for him. Him and Leon Slater have been saying that they're going to be going after the tag team titles potentially in the near future. Obviously, Leon Slater said he has some obligations, current obligations, but that once he's done with them, he will definitely be on board with getting their quote-unquote revenge on Dark State for ruining their match at Victory Road. We got the obviously, and then we got the yeah, I agree. We got the main event segment. Joe and Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are celebrating their win in AAA, winning the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships from Mr. Iguana, and I can't remember who was in the match. Who else was in the match? Can't remember the other person in the match, but there was Mr. Iguana and somebody else. But they won the Mixed Tag Team Championships, and this was their celebration. Obviously, this led to Joe Hendry coming out. And obviously, then led to Joe Hendry challenging Ethan Page and Chelsea Green to the Mixed Tag Team titles at NXT Gold Rush. This then led to Joe Hendry, Ethan Page basically telling him that you need a partner because I don't see anybody else with you. But apparently there was somebody, and they were in the cake. Say her name, and she appears, I believe, in Thea Hale. So Thea Hale came out of the cake. And yeah, it was a fun segment. So we're getting Thea Hale and Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page. And wow. Well, that's great, Joe. I'm glad you were able to go. I'm glad you were actually able to go to that. I would have liked to go to WrestleMania. I would like to go to a WrestleMania, but hey. With the prices that TKO run nowadays, I would not be able to go even if I saved up for a whole year. Even if I saved up for a whole year, I wouldn't be able to go. I could even save up 2 years. I probably still wouldn't be able to go to WrestleMania 43. Yeah, NXT was a good show this week. Not perfect. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. And then we get AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, obviously, this is heading into tonight's show. Was all about heading into Blood and Guts next week. So we got 2 qualifying matches tonight for the women, for the men, and I think we got one women's match, which was I think a advantage match sorts Megan Bain versus Mina Shirakawa. But the opener was obviously Samoa Joe. He was not exactly happy about what happened last week on AEW Fright Night, where in the main event segment, he was basically fooled into believing that Tony Schiavone was in the ring with him celebrating his win in the main event match, only to realize that it was only Hangman on a page in a Tony Schiavone costume. This then obviously led to Hangman on a page beating the crap out of Samoa Joe. Well, SmackDown is definitely a bad show. Yeah, I'd say SmackDown is definitely the worst show of the week. It's Raw. For me, it's Raw, NXT, and then SmackDown. I mean, AEW is even below SmackDown. Is even below SmackDown. TNA is basically in the same wheel as NXT. It's definitely above SmackDown and but below Raw because it's not perfect, but at least it's better than SmackDown. I don't watch AEW either. I can't because I don't have TBS or TNT, but I watch the highlights on their YouTube channel. So it is what it is. After this opening segment, we got the first of three of what could be three advantage matches for the men's Blood and Guts match. We're getting the Death Riders versus the conglomeration of Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, if I'm not mistaken, and Darby Allin. So I don't know. This match between we got Orange Cassidy and Claudio Castagnoli. Was kind of hoping Claudio would win this match. He did. Congrats to him. 1-up for the Death Riders. We then also got a match for the women's tag team title tournament. It was a first round match. Mercedes Moné and Athena versus Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. And to say this match was a bit of a shocker is actually surprising to me because I thought they were going to have Mercedes and Athena win this match because it was Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, but that's not what happened. They had Harley Cameron pin Athena, which is great, which actually is great because I actually almost assumed that when this team was made official, this team, as well as Mercedes, as well as Tony and Mina, were going to be the ones to be shoehorned into the finals of this tournament. Now we're almost guaranteed to have a team that doesn't have Mercedes involved, and potentially Tony and Mina. So this is great. And apparently, after this, it's been now made official that Athena will be forced to defend her Ring of Honor Women's Championship against Harley Cameron within the next few weeks on Ring of Honor. So that's great. I'm glad that she was actually able to get a title match out of it. Yeah, I saw that, but I have not seen where it's supposed to be a title match, where it's made to be a title. I saw that, but I didn't see where they wrote it in as like a title match. I think it's just like a champion versus champion match, but no title on the line. Great. So she's winning a 12th title in 12th title that she literally does not need. I have not seen where they say. I actually follow House of Glory on Facebook. Apparently, House of Glory has a Facebook page. I follow it, and I saw one of their recent posts, obviously considering that show that's coming up soon that has that Mercedes match on it. It doesn't say where it's a title match. It just says Mercedes Moné versus such and such. But I could be wrong. It could be a title match, and I just don't. And who knows? But yeah, I thought Mercedes was winning this match. She wasn't. She didn't. Hey, we also got a segment with the Hurt Syndicate. Now apparently, AEW has decided, you know what? We're going to bring in yet another meaningless championship. The National Championship, which was supposedly a championship from the old days, for the old days of the territory days from like the 70s and 80s. So it's an old championship that hasn't been seen in years. And so AEW is apparently bringing it back. And this is a title that will be defended on AEW television, on Ring of Honor television, and on the Indies. So apparently this is a title that will be defended not just on AEW television, but in multiple promotions. Okay. At least we're getting a title that's actually... Yeah, but then again, that sort of makes the technically three titles that Kazuchika Okada currently owns useless and meaningless, because we originally got the International Championship, which then, well, it actually was the All Atlantic at first, then the International Championship, then it became merged with the Continental Championship, which was then made into the Unified Championship, which Kazuchika Okada currently holds, but then he is still holding the other two titles that he merged together to create this new title, and now they're going to bring in even a new title to AEW television, which is going to be the same title, which is basically going to act as what the Continental Championship was supposed to be about. International Championship was supposed to be about, and that just really weird. This is really weird. This is a really weird situation we're in. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We also got Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia. This was another blood and guts advantage match. Obviously, the Darby Allin needed to win this match in order to keep the advantage, in order to preserve the conglomeration's chances at having the advantage in blood and guts. This then led, obviously, Darby Allin won this match, although I really thought they were giving it to Daniel Garcia because this match was so good. The match was so good, and Daniel Garcia actually looked like he might actually win the match, but it didn't happen. Daniel Garcia lost. Congrats to Darby. So now it's 1-1 in the advantage for AEW. We got Megan Bayne versus Mina Shirakawa. If I'm not mistaken, was a women's advantage match for the women's Blood and Guts match, which will be the very first women's Blood and Guts match. Megan Bayne won the match. Marina Shafir, who I think is also going to be in the match, near the end of the match was seen choking out Toni Storm. So that's how that. So basically. So yeah, congrats to Megan Bayne on a big win. Yeah, she could. I hope she doesn't, because she doesn't need the title. But then again, they're probably going to have her win it regardless of what we think. But we can hope and pray, can we? We can hope, can we? We also got the ops of Samoa Joe, Kazuchika Shibata, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Hangman and Page, Hook, and Eddie Kingston for the trios titles. Obviously, the babyfaces did not win this match. The Ops won, and Hook was the one who took the pin. Great. They've had Hook take the last 2 pinfalls in main event matches. Great. AW Dynamite was actually good this week. Maybe not perfect. Again, not perfect, but was decent. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Then we got Friday Night SmackDown. We got a video package to start reliving what happened again at Saturday's main event, and the main event and the opener, which was Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. This match ended with Cody Rhodes basically using the title to DDT Drew McIntyre's head on it when the referee wasn't necessarily looking, but Drew McIntyre was the one who brought the title in to begin with, so beggars can't be choosers. Obviously, we got Cody Rhodes opening the show. He wants to make it pretty clear that he is done with Drew McIntyre and that he wants to move on from Drew McIntyre. This then leads to, obviously he wants to face new challengers. This obviously leads to led to Aleister Black coming out. Okay, Aleister Black versus Cody Rhodes. I'm down for that. This obviously led to a match being made official between the 2 of them for the main event, which I don't think it was for the title, but it was just a non-title match, if I'm not mistaken. After this, we got Ilya Dragunov backstage. Obviously, he's going to go out there to have another U.S. Open challenge, but Tama Tonga decided to get in his way and decided to say a few words Ilya Dragunov's way before he eventually did when and passed by to go out to the ring. I'm guessing they're building to a match between those 2. I don't know if that match is ever going to when that match is going to happen, but it looks like that's maybe what they're building towards. We then get Ilya Dragunov coming out to have another open challenge. Obviously, Tommaso Ciampa was the one who came out alongside Johnny Gargano and Johnny's wife, Candice LeRae, but Dragunov, sly as he was, decided to give the match to Johnny Gargano instead of Tommaso Ciampa, which I'm sure angered Tommaso. Cool. I hope you and your friend have fun. So this match between Ilya Dragunov and Johnny Gargano lasted about 11 minutes. It was a very good match. And congrats to Ilya Dragunov for winning the match. Great. We got Jade Cargill basically getting her first promo as a heel since winning the women's championship against Tiffany Stratton at Friday Night's main event. It was short, sweet, and congrats to Miss Jade Cargill. After this, we got Chelsea Green backstage with Alba Fire, with B-Fab and Michin. They were discussing Chelsea Green's match against Julia, with basically confirming that she's going to win the match and is going to be not only the first and fourth ever Women's United States Champion, but she's going to be the best champion on SmackDown ever. Ever right now. It's like this. But obviously, Jade Cargill walked in on this conversation, so she was like, what did you have? What were you just going to say? Obviously, Chelsea decided, you know what, it's best if I leave now because I've got my match against Julia to prepare for, and that's what happened. Then as Jade Cargill was leaving, we got B-Fab talking smack with Jade. Then, like, you know what, if you want to talk trash, why don't I see you in the ring next week? And then B-Fab said, bet. So I'm guessing we're getting that match next week on SmackDown. B-Fab versus Jade Cargill. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. We also got Nick Aldis announcing 2 more matches in the This Is Now, Last Time Is Now tournament to be held next week on SmackDown. Main event, Jey Uso versus The Miz, and an LA Knight versus a mystery opponent, which I'm guessing could be Gunther, or it could be any superstar from TNA, that being Joe Hendry, and Jeff Hardy being the most likely TNA superstars. Or it could be Nick Nemeth, because Nick Nemeth has such a history with John Cena. Or it could be Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona also has a history with John Cena. Not the best history with John Cena, but he has history with John Cena. And to those who are saying that that's going to be Edge, let me remind you that Edge is currently signed to another promotion at the moment, and it would be highly impossible for AEW to allow CM Punk, to allow Edge to just go and have a match against John Cena. And if that happens, I almost assure you that John Cena's going to win that match. And I know Tony Khan's going to be like, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want that to happen. I don't want my superstar going into a WWE event and losing a match. So for those who are saying that it's going to be Edge, it's going to be Edge, it's going to be Edge, just has to be, get a life, because you people clearly don't know how this industry works. Now, granted, I don't, but still, I know enough by now after being basically watching WWE for over 5 years now, and basically watching pro wrestling as a whole for over 5 years now. I think I know a little bit about it. And I know for a fact that Tony Khan is not going to allow Edge to go over to WWE so he can potentially lose a match against John Cena. That would make AEW look bad, and it would make Edge sort of look bad for AEW. It's not going to happen. We got Charlotte Flair versus Nick Aldis versus Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Why is it Nick Aldis? Maybe it's because I was just talking about Nick Aldis But yeah, we got this match went about 11 minutes. Now, I was hoping this would be a shoot match. Another shoot match when this match was made official, because I remember there were 2 matches from 2021 that were shoot matches, and they were pretty darn good for them being shoot matches. But it was good. But this match was good. Not perfect, but it was good. Apparently we have a debut on the main roster, that being Lash Legend. She's now officially on the main roster as a SmackDown roster, as a SmackDown superstar. And she's now aligned herself with Nia Jax, which actually might be the best thing for her at the moment. But hey, congratulations to Nia on the win, and congratulations to Lash Legend on officially making it to the main roster. Should be good. Should be good. After this, we got Nia Jax and Lash Legend backstage. They were Obviously, she was cutting a. They were being interviewed. Ah, some Mox apparently has a fake account. Has now made a Jacob Turpin fake account and is using it in the lives to chat in the live stream. And I don't want him to be chatting in the live stream because I got enough problems with him with most of his other fake accounts. I don't need I don't need him. I don't need Mox taking my live streams and making them all about him. We got a backstage segments with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in the medical area, medical room. They are being tended to following Charlotte Flair's match with Nia Jax. The Kabuki Warriors decided to make an appearance and decided to mist Alexa and Charlotte in the eyes. This is, I get, obviously leading to their match next week for the tag team titles. He's being hidden so many times because he apparently is getting unhidden. He's apparently getting unhidden by somebody. So I keep having to hide him because I don't want him talking in the live chat, because I don't need him in the live chat spreading his toxic energy in the live chat. I just don't need that. I just don't need it. We then get Julia versus Chelsea Green for the US title, women's US title. This match was nothing. Barely lasted a minute 38 seconds. And Chelsea Green is the new women's US champion. I will say this match, I very much liked Chelsea Green's first run as champion. And it just seemed like when they dropped the title to Zelina Vega, it's like they didn't know what to do with her following her run as champion. And they booked it way worse than they booked Chelsea Green's run. And they apparently were able to book Julia's run as champion even worse. Like, I don't know how, but they botched Julia hard. I believe they should have kept her on NXT. They should have kept her on NXT because it's clear that they didn't know what to do when booking her as champion. They didn't know what to do when booking her as champion. They booked her to not only not show up on television, but to have infrequent title defenses as well. She barely defended. She only had one defense in just over 130 plus days as champion. Let that sink in. We got Rey Fenix versus Tama Tonga. This match lasted about 11 minutes. Good match. Okay match. Rey Fenix, Tama Tonga won. Congrats. I sort of figured that was going to happen. And then we get the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black. This match lasted about 12 minutes. It was a good match. This was a good match. But obviously, Drew McIntyre, he got involved. Then Damian Priest got involved. The match ended in a no contest. You got it right, apparently, Drew. Nobody won the match. It ended in a no contest. And obviously, because Drew decided to put his hands on an official, on the referee in the match, which coincidentally was the same referee for the Cody Rhodes Drew McIntyre match at Saturday Night's Main Event. So I like what they did there. They used the same referee. And so now Nick Aldis has decided, you know what, Drew? I'm done. I'm done putting up with this. I'm done putting up with your whining, your bitching, your moaning, your complaining. Nope, it was a good match. It was a good match. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, 30 likes. At one point, it was at 58. At one point, it was at 58 likes. I don't know how it got to 58 likes, but at one point, it got to 58 likes, but then it started to drop. Then the likes started to drop dramatically but now it's back up to 30. Thanks to you. Thanks for coming. Oh, and if you're wondering who Jacob Turpin -W3D is, that's Mox. That's Mox, and he's come on with another fake account. And no, Mox, it was not a bad match. It was a very good match. It was a good match. Just because you're Australian and you're a kid doesn't mean you get to come on to my live streams and say whatever the fuck you want to say. Yeah, match was good. Obviously, the ending saw Nick Aldis suspend Drew McIntyre, so it's going to be interesting. Who's Cody Rhodes going to be feuding with heading into Survivor Series? I don't know. Maybe they revisit the Randy Orton storyline. Maybe they revisit Randy Orton as a challenger for the title. Hopefully, because they've had Cody Rhodes they've had Randy Orton look at the title so long, for so many times now, that it just feels like if that wasn't to help build towards a Randy Orton heel turn against Cody Rhodes going after the title, then I don't know what they're gonna do. But that's it for this live stream. I want to thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna do a video following this, which is gonna be another movie review, and it's going to be premiering tomorrow on my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel. 6 p.m. I'm hoping. So I hope you guys did enjoy this live stream. If you remember to hit that like button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. And until next time, peace. Bye, guys.